Hello and welcome back.
Oh, hold on, I gotta take this. Hey, yeah. No, push back my lunch with the Gerber baby. Yeah, and I gotta talk to Jack Jack's manager about that. And you know what? Just cancel my focus group with the Rugrats. Oh, and don't forget the baby wipes this time. Greetings and salutations to visual recreation, the essential video guide to winning FML each and every week. I'm your local movie buff, Andrew.
And I'm Joey, the strategy guy. And before we take a look at this weekend's new movies, let's take a look at what happened this past week. Well, Power Rangers came in with an impressive $40.3 million for your Cineplex this weekend, while Life and Chips underperformed a lot. I mean, Life was estimated upwards of $20 million by multiple sources, and it underperformed with $12.5 million. And of course, Beauty and the Beast came in with impressive numbers once again with over $90 million. That's about a 48.3% decrease. And the perfect cinema for this past weekend was Power Rangers leading the way, along with 6 Logan that wound up with the bonus, and 1 Shaq.
From Dreamworks Animation and the mind that gave us Baby Mama comes Boss Baby. When a family of 3 gets a new baby, everything gets shaken up, especially when Tim finds out that his baby brother wears a suit and talks and does all the stuff like a normal human being, adult human being can do. This movie stars Aec Baldwin, who is a suit-wearing, smooth-talking baby. Not a difference from what his normal life is.
Right.
This movie also stars Jimmy Kimmel, Lisa Kudrow, Steve Buscemi, and Tobey Mac, or Tobey Maguire, as you guys all know him to be. The last DreamWorks Animation movie that came out that in theaters was Trolls, and that destroyed the box office in its first debut. It got a $46.5 million. But this one, all the critics think that it's too generic, and Boss Baby only has a 29% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow, and I mean, this is DreamWorks that we're talking about, and if you take a look at some of their past animations, like How to Train Your Dragon Part 2, that came in at around $49 million opening weekend, and then DreamWorks brought out Home, and Home made upwards of $52 million. DreamWorks is a well-known studio, so there's no reason to think that Boss Baby can't meet or exceed its estimates this week.
So that leaves us with the question, will Boss Baby become CEO of the box office, or will it get spanked by its competition? Next on the new movies list is The Zookeeper's Wife. Based on the true story, Zookeeper's Wife is about a wife and a husband who owns a zoo in Poland in 1939, and everything is going well until the Germans invade, and then they decide to use all their resources to save as many lives as they can from being persecuted. Zookeeper's Wife stars Jessica Chastain, who's been in such movies as Interstellar and The Martian. This one's more on the ground, but she is a great dramatic actress. The next one that also stars is Daniel Brühl, who has played a Nazi in Inglourious Basterds, and also he's played Zemo, whose father had ties to Hitler as a scientist in the movie Captain America Avengers. I mean, this guy is from Germany, and he keeps on being casted with roles like a Nazi or people that have Nazi ties. Do you think that's a little typecasting?
It could be.
I feel like it could be. But with a 55% on Rotten Tomatoes, will Zookeeper's Wife do enough to shake up the box office this week? Did someone say whitewashing? Because Ghost in the Shell, it premieres this week, and ever since the trailers came out, everybody's been talking about the casting. Ghost in the Shell is a live-action remake of the manga and anime of the same name. Basically, this woman gets in a horrible car accident, and she has devoted her life to being the perfect crime fighter. Everything seems to be going perfectly until a new terrorist comes into town and she finds out that her life has been a lie, and she demands answers.
Yeah, it kind of makes me think of Blind Spot a little bit. She just lost her memory and trying to figure things out. But I mean, Scarlett Johansson, she's really good at these action films. I mean, there's The Avengers, but there's also Lucy, which is at like a 6.3, I believe, on IMDb, and it made about $43.8 million opening weekend, so it did really well.
I would have never thought that. This movie stars Scarlett Johansson and Michael Pitt. I'm so happy to see another Pitt brother getting some roles now.
Yeah.
This movie looks and feels like something completely different than what we're normally used to seeing. But it also has a fandom from the anime and the manga, so it gives it a good floor to start out with. The only question I have is, it looks so different, will it be able to capture the other theater goers?
That's true.
That are not so used to the source material.
Right, but it's very stylistic and artistic the way it comes across visually, so it could do really well. Okay, so the top fives for this week, starting with number 5. Coming in at number 5 is King Kong Skull Island, looking to make $7 million. That's about a 50% decrease. Then moving along to number 4, Power Rangers, which had a great opening weekend, is looking to decline 48% to about $21 million. And then coming in at number 3, Boss Baby, Dreamworks Animation, estimated to get $30 million. Number 2, Ghost in a Shell, that's looking to bring in $32 million this opening weekend. And then number 1, once again, we all know Beauty and the Beast, looking to decline only 40% to make $45.9 million.
Wow.
This brings us to our picks of the week, and my early pick for this weekend is 4 Power Rangers, 1 Get Out, and 3 Hidden Figures, which uses all of my FML bucks and brings it to an estimated total of either 87 or $91 million.
That's pretty good, but check out my movie picks. My picks is 2 Ghost in the Shell, 5 Get Outs, and 1 Hidden Figures, which will get you roughly $90 to $93.5 million estimated.
And now it's time for our food for thought. This week we're taking a look at Boss Baby as the risky pick. Now, Dreamworks usually puts out great story and great animation when they release a film into the theater, so there's no reason to think that this movie can't do well. However, you can place this movie as an anchor in your Cineplex and fill up the rest of your theater with just about anything else. You can start with Boss Baby and then add 6 King Kongs and 1 Get Out. Or you can do Boss Baby with 1 Power Ranger and 6 Get Outs. Or if you are feeling really risky and you want to chance it a little bit, because we're about to talk about chips here for a second, you can throw Boss Baby in there and fill up your theater with chips.
How risky is our picks? Want to feed us your own food for thought? Leave it in the comment section below.
Thank you so much for watching, and hit that subscribe button.
And remember, you gotta risk it to get the biscuit.